Hi, I'm Lo. Welcome to Nondescript Dark Room. This is peachtober week 3. If you haven't seen week 1 or 2, I will link them for you. I highly implore you to watch them, not just for my watch time hours, but also for you to know what the hell is going on. In week 3, I kept thinking that I was going to be able to do 2 prompts in a day again, like I was able to do earlier, forgetting that I was sick. I was sick most of week 3. Week 3 is also the week where I somehow managed to back-to-back somehow create one of the worst drawings from this entire challenge, and also one of the best things I have ever painted. Feel free to subscribe because I'm so kind and delightful. Wait. Ooh, you wanna subscribe. Ooh, you wanna subscribe to me so bad. Let's just go to the actual vlog. Hi everyone. Welcome to peachtober week 3. I am officially sick. Not in the cool sick way, but in the I'm wearing a blanket kind of way. Which is great because there's still 3 weeks left of October. The prompt for today is marble, I think. Is it? It has to be, because that's what I'm prepared to do. Another issue is that I really want to do 2 prompts today because I want to widen the gap between me and peachtober catching up with me. So I really want to do 2 prompts today, but like we have established, the bacteria got to me. Is it bacteria or is it a virus? And is there a difference? My idea for marble, first of all, when I saw the prompt, I thought of like marble, like the pattern, you know, like the millennial grey countertops. When I was 14, my bedroom was like millennial grey. I had like a reading chair and a stainless steel lamp with a pulling, like a cord that I could pull to turn the light on. Why did I decorate like a mid-30s divorced lady? But then I thought about the little marbles. I was really good at playing marbles when I was little, so I had a lot of them. I also had a bit of a sticky finger issue, but I reckon like at least 80% of my collection was fair and square wins. Yesterday, if you want to know like how last week went, what if I am referring to things I've done before, you're gonna have to watch earlier vlogs. I'm not holding your hand through this. Yesterday I did a drawing with text on it, and I liked it. And I'm thinking maybe I'll do that again. Maybe I'll add like lost my marbles or something. Okay, I'm gonna sketch out the marbles thing. I have no energy. None. I'm done with the feet because I don't want to do it anymore. Still need to paint the trees in the background. I love painting trees. First of all, never painted a marble in my life. I don't think I've ever properly studied a marble. And I'm worried about my tendency to use itty bitty little baby brushes. Especially since marbles are small. I don't know if you were aware, but marbles are small. So that's where my mentality is at. Can I just put this here? Sure, that seems fine. I took a break from the Patreon drawing. No, wait, no. I took a break from the peachtober drawing to post on Patreon. I mean, technically, I do still kind of want to do 2 prompts, but at the same time, I haven't like been pushing myself to finish this one as quickly as possible so that I can move over to the next one, because quite frankly, I don't think me doing 2 prompts today is realistic. Maybe at like 9 p.m. I'll get a, you know how like old dogs right before they die get a surge of energy? Maybe I'll get that later today.
I made some of my best art this week. I also made some of my worst art this week. I don't know if the common flu had something to do with it. Like, what if my artistic abilities come down to how well my body is fighting the influenza virus? We've been through some ups and downs, me and Procreate. Luckily, I was pretty happy with the final outcome of day 13. I've figured out that I have a penchant for adding text and making art almost look like posters.
I look an absolute mess. I'm sick, so you can't say anything about it. That would just be mean. I haven't decided yet if the background is going to be green. Hold on. I haven't decided if the background is going to be green or white. I'll make that decision tomorrow. Like 5 minutes before I post it on Instagram. If you didn't watch week 2, this next sentence is not going to make sense to you. I'm still having an identity crisis. Long story short, from last week, I got a very nice comment. It sent me into an artistic identity crisis. And since then, every time I draw or paint something, I'm like, is this me? Is this the artist that I am? I'm comfortable with the ones I've made. I think I'm a bit obsessed with having to switch things up. When, I mean, in reality, I am drawing pictures. I can draw pictures however I want. What are you gonna do? Tell Santa so I don't get Christmas presents? I'm feeling a bit better. I have not had to go through another pack of cough drops, and I'm hoping that I don't jinx it. Knocking on fake wood. I'm hoping that I'm able to dodge the illness. The illness with the big I. Lo from the future, how did that work out for me? Can't wait to hear the answer. That was I keep forgetting what day we're on. That was day 13. Thank you for joining me on day 1 of week 3. I'll see you tomorrow. Still here. Still sick. The prompt for today is brush. Much like what feels like every other day. I've had a plan, and now I don't want to do it. I was going to do the brushing teeth thing, and then a little twinkle in my eye, I guess. Because brush, but isn't there such a thing as brushlands? You know, like nature, like landscapes. We're doing another landscape painting! Today is a great day for the landscape painters. I get to paint my little nature paintings. I don't have to stretch the prompt that far. I don't have to put a piece of fruit in the sky like I did last week. I am painting brushlands. I do have a bit. Brushlands. I'm pretty sure it's very dry. When I paint landscapes, I like forests. I like trees. But I'm gonna have to figure that out. Right now. I have a sketch. It is vaguely there. What has a tendency to happen when I do my underpainting, which is almost always just orange. The sketch just kind of disappears. Hey, I don't know why I continue to do my sketch in red pencil when I know that my underpaintings, 9 times out of 10, are orange. I am doing the sketch and then I am just effectively erasing it. I also blend in some acrylic medium because we all know acrylic paint, okay? There's a reason why everyone hates it. Except me. It's me and acrylic paint were like this. Let's see if the sketch is this. Yep, that is gone. It is not there anymore. Well, it was good while it lasted, wasn't it? Yeah, the sketch is completely gone. I started underpainting in like traditional media basically this month. Like up until now, I've just kind of gone in. I'm really like, ugh, I don't want to bother with an underpainting. I'm just gonna go straight in. One, it's kind of nice. It takes away like the scary of like, oh my god, first brush stroke. The first brush stroke isn't really that important right now because the first brush stroke is going to be just me putting orange on the piece of paper. Let's see, I almost shoved my paintbrush into my white curtains. Great. Well, I don't really need this anymore. I need as much blending, like I need as much paint blending surface as humanly possible. I used 2 palettes and a glass, like a glass plate, like the glass from a picture frame. It is never enough. It is never enough. Every time I see those, like, what are they called? Just Sugar House ceramics, like those huge palettes. I'm so jealous. And like the thing is, I paint mostly with acrylics, so I should not be that because like it's supposedly it dries. Hey, here's a surprise for you. Sometimes it starts flaking off. It starts flaking off, and just it's not a good. It's not. I do not recommend. I don't recommend mixing acrylic paint on top of old acrylic paint. Hey, painting landscapes is very much a trust the process type of deal, okay? I know this looks like absolute garbage, and it is going to continue to look like absolute garbage for quite a while. But just trust me, okay? Something somewhat decent is going to come out at the end of this. Because it has to, because I have to post it tomorrow. I join you again, so if you could, oh my god, hold on. Break time. That's a full-on, that's full on a front of a building now. Okay, cool. Now that I'm done freaking out about that, let's get back to the painting. We are missing the tree here. I decided to leave it for the end. Orange underpainting. It's peeking through some places. I should have used like red instead of orange. But hindsight is 2020, and I'm nearsighted. Hope the placement of that was good, because I can't undo it. Dun, 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 dun. if you've watched any of my other landscape paintings that I've done throughout this, one thing they all kind of have in common is the fact that I add like one element that has absolutely no dimension to it. Usually it's just like one color, usually white or red, kind of like having, it feels kind of like mixing in something graphic into a traditional painting. The tree that I sketched at originally looked much better. Still not gonna give, it's not gonna give what I needed to give, okay? Diva down. Oh, I think I accidentally created a heart. That was not my intention. Whoops. Oh, it looked so much better earlier. Now I'm angry again. With like the sun and the kite and the strawberry in like earlier paintings, they have been in a place in the painting easy for me to just paint over it. Like it's not that big of a deal. I can just mix up a new batch of like the background paint because it's usually just sky. But now there's a lot more in the background here, so I can't just paint over this. If you go onto my Instagram and you see that the tree is somehow completely different, keep your mouth shut. They don't need to know that. People on Instagram don't need to know that. I think this might be it. I don't know if it's gonna get any better. I don't like the way that it accidentally makes a little heart shape. Well, I guess we can remove the tape now. Ta-da! There you have it, folks. Peachtober day 14. Brush. It's not half bad. As long as you don't look at the tree for too long. She's kind of cute. I will be back tomorrow. Hey everyone, place your bets in the comments right now. Do we think that I've gotten any better? Do we think that I'm feeling worse or better in the throat region? Place your bets in the comments now and I'll let you know how I'm feeling. I still feel like shit. Thanks for asking. It's day 15. The prompt today is aquarium. I'm not much of a fish guy myself, personally. The closest I get is my, like, rising being in Pisces. I don't like open water. I don't have much of an interest in fish. I just want to draw I just want to draw a funny picture. More importantly, I know this is like a Peachtober vlog, but I know more importantly, what you're really worried about is my health. There was like an hour where I could not fall asleep because every time I was about to fall asleep, I had a new coughing fit. You know those jokes about like things that could kill a Victorian child? Things that could kill me. I never get sick. So when I get sick, I act as if I'm like a 6-year-old with tuberculosis, asking to see his papa for the last time. I am just not feeling it. Like I will draw for like 10 minutes and then I'll take a 15 to 20 minute break. I know that I will continue this just because hey, embarrassment, great motivator. I don't want to feel the embarrassment of having come this far and then giving up. So I'm just gonna continue based on the fact that I don't like that feeling. I'm gonna be insecure on main for a second. I'm like kind of sad that I haven't been reposted on the Peachtober Instagram yet. Have I gotten worse since last year? Is that why I'm not getting picked? How weird is it to be insecure about someone else not posting about your art? I want to be part of the cool kids. And right now, I don't feel like a cool kid. I haven't posted the drawing for today either. So I'm gonna have to do that, which is also just making me feel bad. I'm like, oh, I haven't done what I'm like supposed to do for the day. Like there's always something. God, the horrors. Day 15 is done. There are so many things that I'm kind of like, oh, I wish it was easy for me to just go in and change. Specifically, like his lower face. I don't think it's right. As long as he's not got like 3 heads and an arm sticking out of his neck, the anatomy is good enough. Have you guys ever owned a fish? I've never owned a fish, but I had a friend who owned a fish when we were like kids. I remember her mum putting the fishbowl out on the veranda, and then the water froze with the fish in the water bowl. So rest in peace to that. I think it was a betta fish. How about I inform you when I am no longer sick, instead of me starting off every single day with, nope, still got a cold. If anything from Peachtober, I am honing my skills at being able to interpret anything as a landscape painting. She's doing another nature painting, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's not going to be solely like a landscape paint. I mean, it's going to be a landscape painting, but I promise there will be something else there as well, okay? And no, it won't be an egg. It won't be a hatching egg, okay? Just stay tuned. I think my idea is quite creative and good. And now that I've hyped it up, I better fucking deliver.
kind of driving the struggle bus because I want the sky more purple, but I'm really I don't have like I don't have a particular talent for color mixing. So I'm struggling with mixing like the right amount of red into like the blue mix. Oh, maybe I'm onto something. Recently, kind of, I guess, been leaning more towards only working with primary colors. So I only use red, blue, and yellow, and then I have black and white. When I started doing it, I'm pretty sure it was more of a, okay, I'm not very good at color mixing, and I know that that is like a fundamental skill. Lately, I've been realizing that I'm like, oh, I don't like the thought of having to pull out any other colors. I'm like, I can just do it myself. It frustrates me more, the thought of having to try to mix colors from like non-primaries at this point. I'm like, why would I want an orange paint when I can just mix my orange? Unless the tube of paint is the exact green that I'm going for, I'm gonna have to mix anyway. I might as well just mix from the start. You know what? I might just be like, yeah, this is it. This is the sky. Nobody talk to me. Nobody breathe too loudly. I am so worried about getting this right. I just put my full arm in the other wet brushes. Like my entire elbow is just wet now. I can feel it. Should I get a ruler out for this? Should I? Because I don't know if I trust myself to freehand a fucking ladder. Oh, if this sucks. I don't know how, but I'll figure some way to blame it on you guys. Where do I place my hand for this? Okay. Now I just kind of have to straighten the lines out. I don't know if I'm at the point where I just want to do stuff to the painting just for the hell of it, even though I shouldn't. I also, in my original sketch, had an exit sign. I don't know exactly what, and I don't want to mess up the painting by trying to add like an exit sign. Oh, it looks better with the exit sign. No, I have to add it. Fuck. Why couldn't it look better without the work? Infuriating. This isn't good, though. I have been dilly-dallying, using the excuse, well, I don't know if the paint is dry yet. I don't want to mess up my scanner. Girl, be so for real. You paint with acrylics, a medium widely known and hated because it dries so quickly. It's dry yet. No, you just didn't want to pull your scanner out. You just wanted a break. Glad that's over. Tomorrow's prompt is whistle. I have
nothing. I have nothing. This is, oh no. I do wonder if whistle is like the thing that breaks me. I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet. Because I don't want to do someone whistling. I'm not gonna put a fucking whistle in the sky, okay? I'm not playing What If the Sun Was a Whistle. We're not doing that. God, I hope Lo tomorrow has some sort of game plan. This is a nightmare. It's like watching a car crash about to happen and you can't stop it. And also you are inside the car.
Yeah, so day 17 sucked. I had a bad day. I had a bad day from morning till end. The drawing was also bad. I think I googled like animal with whistle in the name. And then I found a bird with whistle in the name and I thought, this isn't going to be worse than whatever I was going to come up with on my own. So I just drew a bird and I hated it. I hated the entire experience. I refused to talk to the camera. There's a reason why there is literally just minuscule amounts of footage from this day.
Hi, good morning. It is day 18. Prompt for today is Toad. Yesterday sucked. I give at least 70% of the blame to the fact that I did it in Procreate. I refuse to take any accountability for my part in that experience being bad. Which is why I am doing today in predominantly traditional art. I need my acrylics to pull me through. And now there's a truck going by. There's a fable called The Scorpion and I almost said The Scorpion and the Truck. There's a fable called The Frog and the Scorpion. And I'm just gonna switch out the frog with a toad. Close enough. I'm gonna do that, but because it's not gonna be like a scene, I'm thinking that I'm gonna have to put like some frame or something around it to make it into not just a spot illustration. I know there was something else I wanted to tell you. Oh yeah, the fable reminds me of a fairy tale, a Norwegian fairy tale about a anthropomorphic pancake. There's a fairy tale about an anthropomorphic pancake that runs away from the pan because it doesn't want to get eaten, and then on its travels, as it rolls around, it meets different animals that wants to eat it, and it never trusts any of the animals, and then it meets a pig, and the pig is like, oh, I'll help you across this river, just sit on my back, like sit on my snout or something, and then the pig eats it. And that's pretty darn close to the scorpion and the frog. I hope no one's expecting an anatomically correct scorpion. You're gonna take what you get. Hey, I need you guys to know that I am hating this process and I am on the verge of giving up and just doing it. Yeah, no, I've made that decision right now. I'm doing it on my iPad. I don't want to look at this. Ugh. But now I'm just angry. Now I'm just mad. Not gonna lie, I am on the verge of tears because I just want this to be over. Unfortunately, you can't cry away to a final artwork, so I must persist. At least I have like a sketch. At least I have this to work off of. So
I've already hit the wall. I can feel it. I have hit the wall. I am just hoping that I am not going to continue to ram my thick head into it. I don't know why it is so difficult for me to just know when something should be a digital piece and when something should be a traditional one. In my head, like this had to be, there was no other option, this had to be a traditional piece. So if anyone has any, like, is it just vibes? Do we just know if something should be digital or traditional by just what fucking vibes? If someone could let me in on the secret, that would be highly appreciated. Thank you. Cute. Don't pay attention to the lack of contrast over by the claw here. And also don't pay too much attention to the scorpion. I keep ending days looking like I am in some sort of hostage situation in a dark basement somewhere. Here you have the final result for day 18. Just gonna check. Yep, it's day 18. And I will see you tomorrow for the final day of week 3. And I haven't missed a single day. I haven't been late and I haven't missed anything. God, I'm good. I'm hungry, I'm tired, and I'm painting a landscape. Last week I asked the question, what if the sun was a strawberry? Fuck it, what if the sky was a melon? It is the final day of week 3, and I can shove one final landscape painting into this. I did not think that what I would be getting out of October was an incomprehensive love of landscape painting. I was never a landscape painter before this. I drew like a couple of buildings every now and then. 3 days before peachtober, I painted that. The foliage, and I was like, this is fun. And it was like I opened Pandora's box. I sat down 5 minutes ago with no idea what I was going to do. In my head, I was like, maybe I'll have to like paint one of those melon drinks. And I was like, well, a watermelon has green. And all I need is one component of green and I can make a landscape painting out of it. So I sat down and I did this. It took me no more than 90 seconds. That's what we're working with as like a baseline. It's got green, black, white, and red.
And that's good enough for me. I'm gonna have lunch and then I'll see you over at the desk for the final painting of week 3 of Peachtober. The prompt is melon. There's no way on earth you are going to be able to make a landscape painting out of the prompt melon. You are underestimating how much I want to paint a landscape. Not too excited about the way the trees on the side look, but like, what are you gonna do? Thank you for hanging out with me for week 3. I'll send you over to low. The other low, the outro low, and me, Peachtober low, because we are 2 different people, obviously. Peachtober low will see you for week 4. Deuces. Intro/outro low here, as we have established. Canonically different person than vlogging low. Like I said, continuously, like I wouldn't shut up about. I was sick in week 3. I had to edit out so much coughing. There was so much coughing going on. So many unnecessary throat sounds. We will see each other next week for week 4 of Peachtober. Good night.